On September 17, 2021, 28-year-old primary school teacher Sabina Nessa left her home in southeast London. She was meeting a friend at a local pub. The walk would take less than 5 minutes. She never arrived. By the next day, what should have been a routine Friday night had become a murder investigation that shocked the country. Sabina was a Year 1 teacher at Rushy Green Primary School in Catford. Friends described her as kind, intelligent, and deeply committed to her pupils. Teaching wasn't just her job, it was her passion. She lived in Kidbrooke, close to Cater Park, a quiet residential area she knew well. On that Friday evening, she planned to meet a friend at the Depot pub in Kidbrooke Village. A short walk, a familiar route, nothing out of the ordinary. At around 8:30 p.m., Sabina left her home. Instead of walking around the perimeter roads, she chose a direct path through Cater Park, something many locals regularly did. It would have saved time. She was expected at the pub shortly after, but she never arrived. Meanwhile, her friend waited at the pub. Minutes passed, then more. Calls were made, no answer. Concern turned into alarm. Sabina had vanished during what should have been one of the shortest, safest walks of her week. The following afternoon, September 18th, a member of the public discovered Sabina's body near the community centre. Police were called immediately. A 5-minute walk had turned into a crime scene. The Metropolitan Police launched a large-scale murder investigation. Cater Park was sealed off. Forensic teams combed the area. Detectives began gathering CCTV from surrounding streets, buses, homes, and businesses. Officers went door to door asking residents for information. Footage revealed that a 36-year-old had been in the Kidbrooke area that evening. Evidence later revealed he had arrived in the area hours before the attack. He parked nearby. He walked through the park. He remained in the area. Prosecutors later described his movements as deliberate. After the attack, he left London and travelled to Eastbourne. On September 25, 2021, police arrested him there. The CCTV trail and forensic evidence connected him directly to the scene. On the 25th of February 2022, Selamaj stood trial at the Old Bailey. Prosecutors outlined the timeline captured on CCTV and presented forensic findings linking him to the murder. The court heard the attack was unprovoked and brief. Selamaj later admitted responsibility. On the 7th of April 2022, he was sentenced to life imprisonment, with a minimum term of 36 years before he can be considered for parole. The judge described the crime as brutal and senseless. Sabina's death came just months after the killing of Sarah Everard, intensifying national concern about women's safety. Vigils were held in Kidbrooke and across London. Thousands gathered to pay their respects. Women shared experiences of harassment and fear while walking alone, even in familiar areas. Political leaders debated measures including improved street lighting, increased police patrols, and whether misogyny should be treated as a hate crime. Sabina's family called for lasting change. Her sister described her as the most caring, beautiful soul.